Hi, I'm the Iron Tailor. I'm a costumer and steampunk maker. For the past 4 years, I've been sharing some of my projects through local classes and also through my blog, theirontailor.blogspot.com. There you'll find some detailed instructions and step-by-step pictures to walk you through the process of making these projects. I try to use a lot of recycled materials, very simple hand tools, and just basic skills. So these should be able to be done by pretty much anyone. What kind of projects am I making? Well, everything from goggles to medals to more complicated projects, things that light up, or maybe even a complete dive suit. Now obviously this project's going to take you a little longer than a single video, but it can be done with those same simple tools and basic skills. To try to spread the word a little bit more, I'm now starting a series of videos. So this is the first in what will hopefully be at least 300 videos, since that's how many projects are back on my blog, on how to make these various projects. Remember, if you ever get confused watching the video, you can always go to the blog, theirontailor.blogspot.com, and get those detailed instructions and detailed pictures. So take a look at the video and let's see what you can build. Working on a new project today. This is what I've been thinking about for a while, and it's based on one of the things that every guy who's going to costume should have in his closet: a plain black suit. Now you could use this with a black fedora and sunglasses, and it's Blues Brothers. I can show you probably in another video that you can turn the collar up, turn the lapels up, and you can actually turn this into a Victorian Bobby's outfit. But today we're going to do something kind of simple with it. I want to do an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. outfit, kind of like Phil Coulson, based on the black suit. So to make it recognizable, I'm going to need a S.H.I.E.L.D. logo of some sort, and I actually have that. If you go back and look at my blog, theirontailor.blogspot.com, you'll find a recent post for a S.H.I.E.L.D. badge, where I actually put one onto a nice badge holder, so we're going to use that. I picked up one of the Avengers Initiative pins. Bless Disney Pin Trading, they have some wonderful things that are worth picking up just to use in other projects like this. But then the last element that I'd really like would be the little, it's a coiled wire headphone. And it's kind of the classic thing that's used in pretty much every movie, every show. When you've got Secret Service or anybody undercover, they've got that little headphone. They're always talking into the cuff of their shirt. So that's another thing that's recognizable. Last thing, of course, is I'll need a pair of modern-looking sunglasses to go with this. Since I wear glasses, I'm always struggling with those, but I have a set of prescription sunglasses that I think are going to work. So about the only thing I don't have fully put together is that little coiled earpiece. So let me show you how I'm going to build. Now, I'm sure you could hunt around and buy one of these, but again, I'm too cheap to do that. So what I have here is a little bit of, this would be sold as bell wire. It's just a very lightweight wire, but it's a solid conductor wire. When you're working with headphone wires, things like that, that's stranded conductor, so it's very flexible. The advantage of getting solid conductor wire like this, and it's available at Home Depot, so it's an easy thing to get, is that once you shape it, it'll hold its shape. So I just need to put it around something. So I have a pencil here. I think that'll give me about the diameter I want. I'm going to hold it at one end with my thumb, and I'm just going to wrap this as tightly as I can. And I'm going to keep going around and around this. Now I actually have a fancier little coil machine that I built for doing chainmail, and it would work for this, but if this is the only project you're doing, it isn't worth building a whole machine for it. And now you may notice that I'm not getting these completely tight. That's on purpose. I can clean that up at the end just by pushing them together. I don't really know how much of this I'll need totally. And yeah, it sometimes gets a little knot like this. But I'm just going to go ahead and fill the whole pencil up. I can always clip off any excess I don't need. And it's a lot easier to do this once like this than to keep trying to splice together pieces. Biggest problem on this is to avoid kinking the wire, because that leaves a sharp bend that's hard to kind of massage out of the wire. Okay, I'm going to leave a little tag here that I haven't woven. It's an awful lot. See, I pushed it together kind of nicely. And that gives me the shape I want again. Gonna give it one last little tug. And now, should be able to just ease it right off the pencil. There we go. So there's that shape I want. Now I want a little bit of this extra to go down into the neck of my shirt. And I need something at the top to actually kind of poke down so that it'll hang in my ear. So I'm going to open up a little bit of this, and I'll probably just leave it in a little shape, because that can go over your ear like that, and then I tuck that little kind of hook shape down into the ear, and you won't necessarily even notice that I really don't have an earpiece on it. Okay, so here I've put it all together. I've got my black suit, white shirt, plain tie. There's my shield badge hanging from a badge holder, and my Avengers Initiative lapel button. I do have an Avengers ID card in a folder that I picked up at con years and years ago, and it was still about comics. I even have my stack of Phil Coulson Captain America collector's cards, so if I want to take it to that extent, I certainly can. Nice thing about this is I could throw a gun in a shoulder holster under it if I wanted to, but because so many of the conventions have such strict weapons policies, I can go without it, and it really doesn't detract from the outfit. The other nice thing is it's very light. My hands are free, so I can do things all day long. I have lots and lots of pockets to play with, so those are a lot of things you're looking forward to when we're doing those. Oh, I did put on my earpiece, so I'm all set on that, and I've got my sunglasses. So I think this is kind of a fun little outfit. It of course works best if you've got a group. If I had 3 or 4 agents with me, we could certainly go through a little street theater of detaining people and questioning them and going through the whole, as much of a production as we really wanted to put together. At a comic book convention, I think this would go over real well. We could also run with anybody in an Avengers outfit, an Iron Man, Black Widow, anything like that, it would come in as well. In fact, if you had an Iron Man outfit, and that has such a limited carrying capacity, it's hard to see, it's hard to move around, it's nice to have handlers. This is the perfect outfit for those handlers to be wearing, because they can be very comfortable, they can deal with the public, they can keep people away if you need to, they can control crowds for photo ops. All those things are kind of important. We really haven't talked about that. Having that wingman when you're in a costume, particularly something that's really annoying to wear, is a nice thing. So as we get on the line and I'm pointing out other costumes, you'll probably see some shots of my wife backing me up in these outfits. And we'll talk more about those handlers at a later video. So thanks a lot, and come back for more.